Hey guys, what's up? It's the Merc here from Bullshit Games, and tonight, or early in the morning, however you want to look at it, it is 1:07 a.m. I just got home from work about a half hour ago, and I decided I needed to make a video because we didn't get our 2 yet this week. And we tried to make a video, well, we tried to make 2 videos last night actually, and it didn't work out. Now, as most of you know, we're here in the United States. We're in Pennsylvania, so we're on the northeast part of the East Coast, and it's cold. I mean, it's not as cold as if we lived probably out, in like Minnesota, the Midwest, or up in Alaska, but it's been cold the past few days, weeks. And last night, the Lich Lord and I got together, and we tried to do 2 videos. He tried to do a special edition of the book Cantina, and we were going to do a kind of introduction to Battle Cry, the American Civil War game that we're going to be playing for you guys. We wanted to show you what the board looked like, what the pieces look like, the rule book, and give you a general idea of what to expect when we dig into that. However, we came to learn that when it's like 10 degrees outside, maybe colder than that, and it's only about 25, 30, at most 40 degrees in the office because of the hobo heater, it is just too cold to record a video. The first video we did, which was the Lich Lord's attempt at the book Cantina video, the audio, it stuttered for a small amount of time, and then it just cut out completely. It was really odd. We've never had it happen before, but we have had problems with our camera and audio equipment a few times before when it's been super duper cold. And then the introduction to Battle Cry, again, it was the audio that just freaked out on us, so I'm thinking cold weather is really bad for microphones. I could be totally wrong, but it's bad for our microphone, because about 10 minutes into the video, maybe 8, the audio started to stutter once again, and then it cut out for about 2 minutes, and then when it came back, we kind of sounded like we were on a cop show, and our voices had been modulated to hide how they really sounded so that we wouldn't be hunted down and killed. It was a cool effect, but we couldn't put that up as a video because it wasn't the quality we want and we want to have put up here on the channel. So needless to say, we did try. And our current situation sort of limits us in where we can record and things of that nature. So vis-a-vis, we learned what the cold does to our recording, which is a disappointment, but we'll make do. I'm going to put this video up tonight, and then we'll just record at our homes, or I'll meet at my dorm and him in his home, and upload them when we get a chance. Now, the funny thing is, the recording didn't work out last night, but we did get 2 incredible games in. We managed to play a game of War Machine, and we managed to play a game of Dystopian Wars. War Machine was pretty straightforward. I'm playing Convergence now. I'm trying to get my head around that army. So far, I'm really enjoying it. And he is playing Circle Ouroboros, which is a Hordes army. And he won. He killed my caster. But it was a really close game. If he wouldn't have got caster kill on me, he was going to lose next turn. And I found a lot of times when we play War Machine, that's the way our games end up. They're very, very close. At least now. Now that we have an understanding of how the game works, what to look for, what not to look for. They're usually a really close run affair. Then our game of Dystopian Wars, we played my FSA versus the Lich Lord's the Prussians. We each had a dreadnought, we each had a battleship. He had 3 units of frigates, 2 of the bombers, 2 units of tiny flyer tokens, and a unit of cruisers. I had 2 of the Princeton gunships. I had 3 cruisers. I had 3 escorts, and I had a unit of frigates, and I ran 2 caps. So far, I'm the only person in my group who runs combat air patrols, and I think they're fantastic. Especially for like my Russians, they've saved me a lot of times. But we've tried a couple of new things now playing Dystopian Wars. I found my deck of game cards. They're the old 1.0 cards, though. I don't know if they're completely completely adaptable for the newest version of the rules, but they seem to work fine. We had a good time with them. They'd added some different things. Like, it was nice to be able to repair your ships. Barrage from Hell is an atrociously scary card. It really is. But that was fun. And the previous game and the game we played last night, we tried boarding. Chaucer, you had mentioned that you thought the game was slightly more fun when you used boarding. You were right. You were right, my friend. It is. It's a different dynamic. Part of the problem that we find sometimes with boarding, especially when people, my friends try to board my ships, is I run cap and I run escort ships, so I have a lot of AA to shoot down their boarders. But the only reason the Lich Lord and I won the team game we played 2 weeks ago, was my Russians boarded our buddy's British dreadnought, and the Lich Lord's Prussians boarded and prized the French dreadnought, which was a miracle, and that won us the game. Speaking of the French dreadnought, I just want to throw this out there to the rest of the Dystopian Wars community that watch our videos. How do you guys handle the French dreadnought? It is the terror of our games. It really, truly is. With the 2 heat lances getting 4 times dice, it's just horrifying. And they're redoubtable, so they don't lose anything as they come in and take hull point damage. And I mean, with my Americans, as long as I'm playing my Americans properly, I can put a pounding on it before it gets there. But as soon as it gets into range band 2, with the Americans up to DR ratings, it gets a crap ton of dice. And against my Russians, it peels off the ablative armor just no problem. And even against my the Lich Lord's Prussians, it's like the most frightening ship in the fleets right now. So I just thought I'd throw it out there and ask, how do you guys deal with it? Chaucer, I think you play the French, so how do you feel about the Dreadnought? And has it been changed? Has it been FNQ'd to change how the heat lances work? Because we've looked everywhere, and it still seems like it counts as a combined, not linked fire attack. But aside from that, we've been having a lot of fun. We've kind of been talking about, we want to get more Infinity played, so that's definitely a thing that's going to happen. I have to put some stuff together I got for Infinity. I'll probably do a little bit of a model review on that when I get them together. But aside from that, I think that's kind of it for this video. I just kind of wanted to throw this together for you guys and explain things and tell you where we're at. I am drinking some beer tonight. I'll plug that. I'm drinking Elysian. It is their Bifrost Winter Ale. Just to prove to you that it's not disgusting. It's 7.6% alcohol by volume, so it's a potent beer. And I'll read you the little... It says, Bifrost is our lively winter brew, a bold pale ale with citrus and earthy hop character balanced by a smooth malt backbone. It is not the smoothest beer I've ever drank, because it has that kick from the hops to it. It's very... You can taste the hops. I enjoy it. I like stronger beers, but if you don't like stronger beers, it's probably not a beer you would want to partake in. So that's going to do it for us here at Poolshed Games. Hopefully you guys are still watching, still liking what we're doing. If if you do, give us a like, share comments with us, share us with your friends, and we'll see you next time here on Bullshit Games.